If we go to the floor, you know what I'm doing. I mean, let's make no mistake. I'll be nominating Donald J. Trump.
So you will definitely not vote for Mr. Emmer on the floor?
I will be going. I told Tom Emmer I won't be the one that would tank him, right? If he can get to 216, he could probably have me at 217. But when it gets to my name and there's 10, 12, 15, I think Donald Trump is their answer.
Why is there so much opposition to Emmer at this point?
I don't know. I mean, he obviously he's people are talking. He's had some issues with the former president. I think some of the comments that he's made in the past. I'm not going to get specific, but I think it's causing him some problems today.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yes, the news just broke that Tom Emmer is out of the race for Speaker of the House, and I think it's good news. I couldn't support Tom Emmer. He's a nice guy. He's someone I do like as a person, but I couldn't support him because of his voting record, Larry. We need a Speaker of the House that reflects the values and the views of Republican voters across the country, and they support President Trump, and they support his agenda.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So no surprise here. This is just a daily update on the Republican Party daytime soap opera. And like I said yesterday, I was pretty confident that the people would want Byron Donalds, you and me, by the people. And that the special interest puppet master machine, they were going to want Tom Emmer, who, if you're being polite, you'd call him very, very moderate. And if you wanted to be accurate, you'd call him a total RINO. And, well, that's exactly what happened. You know, in another very democratic secret ballot, the party chose Tom Emmer as their speaker designee. 107 people voted for Emmer. Only 25 secretly voted for Byron Donalds. And sadly for you and me, Byron Donalds basically dropped out. Although we have gone to a fourth ballot since then, and he's still getting votes. But you know, there's a lot to get into. Before we do, guys, thanks to everyone that's been subscribing and leaving such great comments. I really appreciate the support. If you haven't already, help us continue to grow. Join us. Like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. So why do we think that there's such a disconnect between what we want and what the party wants for us? Is the only way to put it, although they don't want anything for us. You know what I'm getting at. I think it has to do with spending more and more money, especially on foreign wars. That would be my guess, right? So where are we now? We're back to a Republican civil war, back to 20-something people who have come out and said that they will absolutely not vote for anyone like Emmer. And it's just absolutely not going to happen. And here's the thing. If you ask me, these 20-something people, they're absolute heroes. And I hope that they hold the line. Let's listen to what some of them have to say about their decision.
Everybody's frustrated. I think that's a general consensus around the country, us included. Yeah. Republican members of the House.
They want it over with. They want us to clean up the mess.
Mr. Perry, would you be comfortable with Tom Emmer if he's a nominee, given his votes on spending?
I'm concerned about that.
I'm a conservative. I came to Washington to fight for conservative values. I can't go along with putting one of the most moderate members of the entire Republican conference in the Speaker's chair. That betrays the conservative values that I came here to fight for. So I hope there's a change along the way. He doesn't have the support in the room right now. Dozens of members that won't vote for him at this point. It's been a heated discussion for members at the microphone. We'll see where we go from here.
So Banks and Emmer, of course, have a history together. He ran against him for whip, and this was a contested race. But nevertheless, Banks had made clear that he's opposed to him, as well as some of the other members who were aligned with Donald Trump. And then another warning sign for Emmer. Trump himself just posted on social media criticizing Emmer, calling him a, quote, RINO, Republican in name only.
Well, if there's any one thing that Trump knows, it's RINOs. And there's no doubt about that. His time in Washington taught him at least that. So I'm sure that you guys are curious how an established moderate like Tom Emmer would respond to something like that from Donald Trump. Would he fight back? Would he craft some conservative agenda? Would he make a deal? Make some backroom promises? I'll get into that, but let's have a look at what Trump actually said. I have many wonderful friends wanting to be Speaker of the House, and some truly great warriors. RINO, Tom Emmer, who I do not know well, is not one of them. He never respected the power of the Trump endorsement or the breadth or scope of MAGA, Make America Great Again. He fought me all the way and actually spent more time defending Ilhan Omar than he did me. He is totally out of touch with Republican voters. I believe he has now learned his lesson because he is saying that he is pro-Trump all the way. But who can ever be sure? Has he only changed because that's what it takes to win? The Republican Party cannot take that chance because that's not where the America First voters are. Voting for a globalist RINO like Tom Emmer would be a tragic mistake. And then, of course, he said this.
Mr. President, are you concerned about Jenna Ellis' plea deal?
No, don't know anything about it. Don't know anything. We're totally innocent of everything. That's political persecution.
What about Tom Emmer being...
She was a big fan of that. And in order to do something, I guess she made a deal. It's too bad to see it, but no, not at all. Tom Emmer, it looks like he's finished. Looks like he's finished. He was not a supporter. He was a RINO. And it looks like he's finished, but we'll see. You never know.
Do you support anyone else for Speaker, sir?
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. And the trial is going, as you can see, extremely well. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and just like that, man, it was all over for Tom Emmer. He dropped out basically right after that. And I believe, probably based on assurances of the Freedom Caucus that made it very, very clear that if he ever wanted to be Speaker of the House, he's probably going to have to run as a Democrat. So, yeah, that's where we are, man. Another one bites the dust. And now after a fourth secret ballot, one where McCarthy and Donalds are still getting votes, by the way, the party's decided to go with Mike Johnson from Louisiana. He's got a lifetime freedom score of 80, I believe, so not bad. I mean, he's been a bulldog in some committees. And honestly, I'm still making up my mind about the guy. The dude, he's not a firebrand like Donalds or Jordan, but he's sure as hell not a RINO either. He's definitely not a RINO. They may actually be onto something halfway intelligent here with this guy. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about Mike Johnson. Where do we go from here? Can Mike Johnson finally bridge the divide between the two very, very different sides of the Republican Party? Let me know in the comments, guys. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. See you in the next one.